the demand for measurement's never been higher. So we're excited about the ability to get more granular and dive into specific, whether it's log file data or from a digital perspective, the cross-media measurement and MMM is now, I think, more robust and more capable. So we have, the way we view it, we have 3 layers of data, and one is kind of broader campaign level data, the marketing mix model level. Then we have specific, program level or platform level or composite level, test and learn agenda type tests, and then we have executional level data that we can optimize and hopefully link to performance. So what we've done is we've broken down our measurement structure into 3 waves, and we're trying to improve each one. I don't think we've cracked it necessarily, but we're at a point today that we're much more granular with our measurement and much more predictive, I would say, than it has been ever before. So we're getting there. That's what we're excited about, to be honest. There's more measurement today, there's more newer KPIs, and we're linking them to business performance.
And what kinds of insights that you didn't previously have access to do you now have access to increasingly across your organization?
I think from a digital perspective, we have a better understanding of quality than we have in the past, right? What is complicated about the pivot to digital and the granularity of it, that there's levels of quality and not every impression is the same the way it was in the past. So we've had to get smarter about understanding that. There's different costs, but we didn't understand the quality of it. And now we have different filters and potentially understanding of what works better than other things. Attention is one of those things that's being discussed but even just engagement metrics as a whole, and then there's also hygiene factors that now we've built up and have some muscle around, which is everything from viewability and brand safety, but also in non-human traffic and things of that nature, right? So we now have kind of separated out the hygiene metrics. Now we have quality metrics and potentially even more related to business performance metrics. So we're building up that scale.
So the other big trend at the moment is obviously the growing importance of first-party data. Tell us a bit about how you're using first-party data and what challenges and opportunities it presents.
Yeah, so in the privacy world, first-party data becomes even more important. Our pet care division and pet nutrition divisions and brands have a link to consumers, and we're using that to understand how we can bring them closer to brands, right? So it's really more an understanding of what signals are working and not, and to be fair, also how do we keep them, right? So that's an important component. How do we keep them as customers and bring them closer? For Mars Wrigley, it's a different aspect of it. It's a much broader understanding. So M&M's and the My M&M's ecosystem allows us to really build and extend the brand in ways that we haven't been able to do. So it's almost its own ecosystem, right? So I think from a first-party data perspective, there's 2 components to it. It's really kind of understanding the consumer journey, what brings them closer, what not, and then how we can evolve the brand and expand it into bigger ways and bring the brand to a more personal level in different ways to the consumer.
So the measurement vendor landscape and the services they provide are increasingly being transformed by the availability of data from multiple sources: set-top box data, smart TV data, ad server data, streaming data. Yeah. How is this data changing the measurement services you use? Presumably it allows you to go much more granular, provides lots of interesting insights.
It's more signals, more feedback, and more elements to the exchange. So I spoke about that 3-layer measurement system we have. The set box data actually feeds potentially all 3, right? How we optimize our buying, but also are those signals tied to MMM? So we're adding as much more, as many of these signals as we can. There's several vendors that are providing, I should say, handset in terms of mobile engagement, right? Are people touching the ads? How long are they scrolling? Are they zooming in on assets and things of that nature? The things that you wouldn't think you would get signals on, now you can. And those are things that, to be honest, we're not sure if those are valuable signals or not. So what we're doing now is validating the value of different signals, and if we're good, we're going to go buy, try and scale that information and get more of it.
And obviously, more and more of your campaign activity is ad served. Does that data set have a particular value to you?
It does. I mean, I think what we want to do is we're pivoting to a world. The ad server was a kind of a must do, and it's a necessary component. But I think we want to get to ad server plus, right? So the ad servers can be, if they're expand what they track and what they provide us in terms of signals and information, that becomes quite by value. So what we want to do is get to deeper level understanding of what happens at the serve at the impression level.
So final question, we're clearly going to continue seeing innovation in the measurement landscape. Yeah. When you think about things like AI and retail media and predictive analytics, what's exciting you at the moment? What do you expect to be paying attention to next year?
Well, I think what AI allows for is the pivot towards action, right? And continuous improvement. And we don't have to have meetings and decisions, and it's just so all of the tooling and capability and programs and projects now turn into real algorithmic improvement and machine learning that you can just, to be honest, remove human error, remove the human element, and it becomes learning for humans to make better decisions, right? So I think it moves faster.